Daft Punk, one of, if not my favorite music duo, who completely revolutionized house music as a whole, combining elements of dance, funk, pop, and disco all together to create one of the most iconic catalogs in music history. Today in this video, I thought it'd be a fun idea to rank all of their songs from their 4 core studio albums: Homework, Discovery, Human After All, and Random Access Memories. I'm not going to include the Tron soundtrack, and as much as I love Alive 2007, I just don't think it's necessary to include because they're all just remixes and mashups of previously existing songs that I'm already going to talk about. So let's get to it. But actually, before we start, I do want to make it clear that my #1 favorite album of all time is their Discovery record from 2001. So I'm going to try my best to be as unbiased as I can when comparing this to their other work, but just know that this is about to be so based. All right, now onto the list. Starting with dead last, we have
Thousands of it's big. 30 million.
On/Off. I mean, this isn't even a song, it's just a 19-second skit of a TV flipping through channels. Usually I wouldn't have included something like this on the list, but I honestly believe Daft Punk has such few songs I actually consider quote-unquote bad. So I'm just gonna fill this part up with the interludes of literal nothing before we begin the actual list. WDPK 83.7 FM. I like the radio station vibe. Funk ad. This sounds like the end credits to an episode of Gravity Falls where we have to reverse the audio to unlock a hidden secret about the show's lore. Make Love is the first actual song by Daft Punk that isn't an interlude that I personally do not like. It's a whole load of nothing. Sure, it gives some sort of ambience to an otherwise silent background, but they have so many other tracks that do such a better job, I'd much rather listen to those over this one. Okay, moving on, we have a step up from those tracks, which I tend to skip. These ones are pretty fine to me for the most part. I'm not hating on them, but I'm really not praising them either. These next ones are okay. Music. This is pretty much exactly what WDPK 83.7 FM is, but instead of being a 30-second interlude, it's a 7-minute song. Overture. This song makes me feel like I'm in the biker gang from the sci-fi action hit film from the late 80s, Akira. The Game of Love. This, to me, is just a slightly better version of Make Love, but even then, this song is just so mid to me. And it being one of the first songs on Random Access Memories almost encourages me to just skip it just to get to the good stuff on that record. Sorry, not sorry. Da Funk, the lead single to their critically acclaimed debut album Homework. To me, it's pretty fine. For almost all of this album, if you're not really messing with the sampled loop you're listening to, then you're most likely not going to like the rest of the song because, well, it's house music. But this one picks up pretty nicely towards the halfway point and carries it throughout the rest of the song. Nothing crazy to me, it's just a nice bop. Fresh. This song perfectly encapsulates what a nice evening on the beach feels like. Steam Machine. There's a specific electronic sound to Human After All that this sound doesn't do enough to emulate. Steam Machine is kind of messy and it feels a little all over the place, but it's not bad. It feels exactly like what the title implies. Heavy steam. Revolution 909. I know it seems like I'm kind of hating on the biggest hits off of Homework, one of the most influential house albums of all time, but I just feel a greater connection towards the other cuts on it. This one's alright. Night Vision. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I like this track, but I can say that about just about every single cut off of Discovery, so this is just the one I like the least. I'm trying to be a little more realistic here, and if we're being honest, this is just practically nothing. This is the ambience I like though, not Make Love. Beyond. This certainly isn't a bad song by any means, but I just don't catch myself listening to it all that much just because it feels a little too laid back to a point where it's almost boring. I will admit the back end of the song adds a really nice layer to the instrumental though. Alright, that was the section of songs that are just fine to me. I don't have a huge problem with them, but from here on, I consider every following song a good song. Burnin'. This one sounds like they're zipping and unzipping a thick rain jacket. Within. Man, you already know I love me some sexy ass piano music. Teachers. This is how artists should pay homage to all their predecessors and inspirations. Just list some names over a groovy beat and say that they're in the house. Motherboard. This song is just some whimsical copy of the new Super Mario Bros. World 7 music on the DS. The Brainwasher. And this is just a boss fight in Geometry Dash.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Rocket when Drax threw him a gun in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Daft Indirect. This song alone encapsulates the whole sound and feel a Homework emits and the journey you're about to embark on when listening to it. Lose Yourself to Dance. This song is good, then becomes great when all of Pharrell's, Thomas's, and Guy's vocals all mesh together in this conglomerate of noise, then falls back to just Pharrell sounding a little bit too repetitive. Alive. I would speed on the highway to this song. Aero Dynamite, requesting this song on aux for every future party and club I go to. Fragments of Time. Enjoy today while you still can. Just a little, nugget of wisdom in this mediocre video about Daft Punk. Television Rules the Nation. If this song was made in this day and age, it'd be called TikTok Rules the Nation. Breach! Phoenix. The section of the song that feels like I'm swimming underwater is the cherry on top to this already fun song. Technologic. They use the word it 350 times in this song. Short Circuit. Something I love about Daft Punk and their music is the whole aesthetic they got going on. I mean, this song feels exactly like what it's called, a short circuit. Their whole robot technology computer thing is so awesome. God, I'm just gonna go rewatch Her right now. Okay, those were some good songs, right? Well, these ones coming up, these next ones are some great songs. Touch. This was the song they announced their retirement to, and they couldn't have chosen a better pick. There's so much emotion in this one, both happy and sad. It's almost nostalgic in a way, it's so beautiful. Voyager. I would sell the Ocean Blue to this song, I won't lie. Contact. People sometimes overlook outros in an album and underestimate the importance it has when making a closing statement. This outro is so unbelievably good and super slept on. It seriously does make me feel like I'm traveling to the moon every single time I listen to it. Crescendos. This one makes me happy. Around the World. Me and my friends used to play this constantly at our lunch table for everyone to hear. This song unites people. Veritas Quo. Very disco. Disco very. Discovery! High Fidelity. I love the Billy Joel sample. You can barely even make it out where it's from, but oh, it's there. Indo Silver Club. I have a surreal memory of visiting Maine for a weekend and listening to this song on the beach and watching the waves crash beneath me. It felt so empowering. Giorgio by Marauder. I don't even skip Giorgio's narrative at the beginning because it helps create the whole feel of the 9-minute experience. Yeah, that's right. I didn't say song. I called it an experience. Superheroes. For the longest time, I always thought they were saying, oh yeah, instead of something's in the air, and then it became like the next Yanny Laurel situation for me. I then soon realized I was just being stupid because why else would it be called superheroes? Human After All. What really pushed this song over the edge for me was actually the mashup on Alive 2007, Superheroes / Human After All / Rock and Roll. That one is my favorite song on the live compilation of theirs and made me appreciate the song's electronic instrumentals and harmonious vocals more than I already did. Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. This was the first Daft Punk song I was introduced to at a very young age, so it's held extremely close to my heart. Rollin' and Scratchin'. This song sounds like if Freddy Fazbear wanted to get down and funky, maybe even a little freaky if you know what I mean. Doing It Right. Daft Punk and Panda Bear sound so majestic on this track. The Prime Time of Your Life. I don't know how to describe it, but this one sounds so crisp and crunchy. I feel like I can take a bite out of this song. Alright, those were some great songs, but these next ones, this last category on the list, I consider to be perfect songs. Rock and roll. I can't remember if I mentioned this in a previous video, but there is a specific kind of music I absolutely love that scratches this invisible itch I have in my ear, which is why I love Death Grip so much. And this song, this very song right here, Rock and Roll, also does that perfectly for me. I know it's not that good because it sounds like the whirring machines dentists use when cleaning your teeth, but I love it more than I probably should. It's my favorite song off of Homework. High Life. Another one of my favorite sample loops. This one is just a happy and all-around fantastic time. Emotion. Okay, now I know what you're gonna say. Why do you like this song but not Make Love? After all, they are the tamest songs off the album. Well, it all starts back to one fateful day when I opened my eyes and ears to this song while in Key West, Florida. Nah, but what this song has that Make Love doesn't is a start, an eventual build-up, and a drop where everything just goes unconditionally crazy and then fades away, all just like the 5 stages of a plot in a story. Make Love doesn't have any of that and is all just one consecutive boring sound that just doesn't change for its entire duration, and I will continue to stand by that until my dying days. Digital Love. I guess I don't dislike all of their romance songs because breaking into my top 10 Daft Punk songs, we have Digital Love, a dreamy ballad that gets me up and moving. aerodynamic. This has got to be one of my favorite instrumentals ever. Get Lucky. Internationally known as their biggest hit, Get Lucky is a tremendous cut with Pharrell Williams. I also think this is one of the safest songs you can play on aux. Like if you're ever around a bunch of people you don't know, like you don't know their music taste, what they like, and you're on aux, this track never disappoints. Everyone loves this song. One More Time. This is just Daft Punk's 1999. Give life back to music. What a phenomenal way to incorporate a multitude of different types of instruments, bringing their own unique sound that all find a way to fit into this grandeur of a song. This is, in my opinion, their best opening track on an album. Number 5, Instant Crush. This charming song featuring American singer-songwriter Julian Casablancas is an unreal experience. I love this one. Number 4, Too Long, a protracted 10-minute long melody that goes by in the blink of an eye. The tunes, the lyrics, everything sounds so cohesive and brilliant on this song. Number 3, Robot Rock. This is the equivalent of if Regular Show was a song. Number 2, Something About Us. Okay, I am a personal believer that best doesn't equal favorite. They're two completely different things to me. For example, Jid is my favorite rapper, but that doesn't mean I think he's the best rapper, you know? So as you can see here, Something About Us is as close as it isn't my all-time number 1 favorite Daft Punk song, but I do think it is their best song. I think this one's a masterpiece, and I don't throw that word around a whole lot. Something About Us is about letting someone you love in your life go forever. It's depressing, but someone described it as a long hug from someone you'll never see again. Go give this one a listen if you haven't already. Alright, now on to my favorite Daft Punk song, my number 1 pick. What do you think it is? What haven't I already mentioned in this video? Put your guesses in the comments right now before I reveal what it is. It is Face to Face. I absolutely love this song. It's about trying to deal with unresolved issues face to face instead of any other way. Everything about this feels so ahead of its time, like it could have just come out last year and not 22 years ago. I love the guitar, the genius sampling, Todd Edwards' vocals, and so much more. It's my favorite song off of my favorite album. Something I love about Discovery is that it also comes with its own silent movie that synchronizes and matches with each song. Every single music video in order tells an epic story about 4 alien musicians in space who are kidnapped by a record producer. A pilot named Shep follows them because he's in love with one of the band members, Stella. The record producer changes their identities, disguising them as humans, renaming them the Crescendolls. They're a hit and a huge corporate success before Shep manages to free everyone except Stella. Now they're set on a journey to rescue Stella and set out to rediscover who they really are. The whole thing's called Interstella 5555, the story of the secret star system, and I'd love to make a video essay on it sometime in the future. But for now, that's about it for me. I hope you all enjoyed the list. It was both really fun and really hard to make at the same time. It's a shame they retired because I love their work so much. Thomas Bangalter and Guy Manuel de Homem Cristo are true musical geniuses. But tell me, what's your favorite Daft Punk song? Or better yet, what's your favorite song off of your favorite album in general? Comment them down below, I'd love to read them. Anyways, I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.